When it comes to shooting a shotgun, gun fit is huge. Because after all, if your gun doesn't fit, you're gonna shoot like, well, not good. So how do you achieve the perfect gun fit? Few options. One, you can go to a professional gun fitter. Get all your dimensions. It's gonna take some time, it's gonna take some money, but you got it. Well worth it, highly recommend it. But there's a new simple product on the market that is made to help you achieve perfect gun fit on your own. So could this simple tool replace gun fitters? Today, we're gonna find out. Let's go. So this tool is called the Shot Fit by Graco Corp. It's a very simple tool and it's designed to help you achieve proper gun fit. Why is gun fit so important? Well, essentially when we're shooting a shotgun, our eye is the rear sight. So if our eye is not perfectly aligned down the rib, we're not going to be shooting accurately. Now, there's a whole lot more to gun fit. We've made a whole video about it. The video is called Understanding Gun Fit, and if you click the card right up here, you can check that out. So here is how the Shot Fit works in a nutshell. Well, like I mentioned, it's a simple tool. Basically, it's going to help us by giving us feedback on making sure our head is properly aligned. So it's got a magnet. You take off your choke tubes. It sits on the end of the barrel, and then it goes straight down the rib. There's 4 different lights that are giving us feedback on where our head is relative to the rib. So the idea is that all 4 of these lights are going to be showing if your head's in the right spot. So if you mount up the shotgun and all you see are the top 2 red lights, that means your head is high. You probably need to adjust your comb lower. Now, if you mount up and all you see are the bottom lights, your head's low. Adjust your comb up. If you see only the right 2 lights, your head's probably too far to the right, reduce the amount of cast, bring your stock to the left if you're a right-handed shooter, and vice versa. If you see the left lights, you probably need some more cast put on the gun. So really this is helping us determine our comb height and our cast. Now, as you know, I've shot a lot of shotguns over the last several years, and I've played with many of them, adjusting shims and spacers and adjustable combs to attempt to get the guns to fit me better. But even when you know what's going on and you think your eye is perfectly lined up, your eyes can play tricks on you. So this tool should help us eliminate some of those visual miscues that might happen when we're trying to fit the gun ourselves. Before I can really give a strong opinion on this product, I need to put it to the test. I need to use it on a gun to adjust it to fit me, and then I'll give you feedback on how I think this product works and who I think this product is for. Now I'm going to be working on this Rizzini shotgun. It has an adjustable comb, so I can raise the comb, move it left or right. Length of pull is already set for me. Now you might have a semi-auto shotgun. A lot of the current semi-autos on market have a lot of adjustability, right? So like this Mossberg 940 Pro, for example. If you take off the stock, and this is true with a lot of semi-auto shotguns, not all, there's shims. Now there's a series of different shims that have different amounts of drop or rise. So essentially, drop means you're bringing the stock down, and rise, you're bringing the stock up. Some of these shims can also affect cast. So basically, relative to the shotgun, whether your stock is cast off away from your face, if you're a right-handed shooter, or cast on. Those are some pretty crucial adjustments. But along with that, a lot of guns, like this Mossberg 940 Pro, have spacers. Now the spacers go on the butt end of the stock, and essentially, very simply, by adding or removing spacers, we adjust the length of pull. So that's how it works on a semi-auto. I chose this Rizzini because it's going to be a lot more simple than taking a stock on and off today, and we want to see how this product works. So let's get into it. First, this Shot Fit does not give you necessarily any good feedback about length of pull. So length of pull, the distance from the trigger to the center of the butt end, this gun fits me pretty well, right? Rule of thumb on length of pull. This is just a very basic rule of thumb, but if we mount up, the distance from our thumb finger here on our trigger hand to our nose should be, let's just call it 2.5, 3 finger lengths, probably at most, or 1.5 to 2 inches, whatever method works best for you. But that's just a rule of thumb, or in this case, a rule of fingers. Now, I do gotta say, before you try to fit a shotgun to yourself, and the gun fitters will say the same thing, you must have a solid mount. If we're inconsistent with our mount or have a bad mount and then fit the gun to us, it's really counterproductive. So if you go to a professional gun fitter, they're gonna say the same exact thing. Let's work on your mount. Let's make sure you have a consistently good mount. We did make a video about mount. You can reference that video right up here. But let's assume you have a good mount, your length of pull is pretty good, and we're just working on adjusting the stock. So I have the shot fit on. I'm gonna mount it up. I noticed right off the bat, I'm primarily seeing the left lights. I can see just a little bit of the right lights, and I'm moving my head just to see how the lights change. Ooh, I think what this is telling me is basically I need to adjust cast off away from my face just a little bit to have this perfectly set up. Now, the shot fit is set up for a 60-40 point of impact, meaning 60% of your pellets are going to land above your point of aim, right? So you're aiming at a point, you shoot, 60% of your pattern is above that point of aim, 40% is below. Now with the shot fit, if you want a little different point of impact, they have these shims that come with it. And this changes, if we put the shim down underneath the shot fit, your point of impact by about 5%. So if we were to put 2 of them down, now all of a sudden we're looking at about a 70-30 point of impact. Now, that being said, that basically raises the shot fit up, is all that does. Little different point of impact. What I don't like about these shims is that the shot fit can slide a little bit. Now the front is magnetic, so it holds pretty good. But on this Resini, there is a groove in the top of the rib. So if I'm not using the shims, and I stick this on, this part of the shot fit on the bottom fits right in that groove. So I know I should be perfectly lined up. No guesswork there. Magnet is firmly attached. We should be good to go. So now I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to put a little cast off on this stock, loosening the comb and just slightly moving it over. So on this Resini, we have 2 pegs. The comb is off. Now what I'm going to have to do is move these pegs towards me. There are reference lines, so I'm paying attention to those. Now from what I know from having gun fittings and just looking at my face, is I have a pretty narrow face. I don't have very wide shoulders. Generally, I don't need a lot of cast on my shotgun. Tighten the comb back up. Let's mount it back up. Of course, we have an empty shotgun. Now, I see the green lights on the bottom fully. I do not see the red lights on top fully. I see them partially. So all I'm going to do for that is make a slight adjustment by bringing the comb up so my head sits a little higher. Firm it up a little bit. There we go. I like where I'm at. Now that says that the gun fits me well, but I think we need to go out, shoot a few clays, make sure I'm dusting with it, and then we can give you the feedback. On this product, I've learned a few things just right here doing this video that I think are going to be important for you to know. All right, here we go. We got a trap machine about 16 yards away, kind of your basic trap presentation target. Pull. I want to see some powder here. There we go. Solid. All right, we'll seem to be hitting pretty good. Let's head back inside. So what do I think of the shot fit? After using it, adjusting the gun, shooting a little bit, I think it is a really cool tool. But it's not for everybody. It's probably not for you if you're the type of person that says, hey, if my gun goes bang, I'm good, right? Don't worry about this. It's probably not for you. It's probably not for those top level shooters that have been shooting professionally or semi-professionally for years, that have had custom fittings. Although I would say the reason it might be for them is if they have a bunch of other shotguns at home and they just want to do a quick check on a gun, this gives you some really good feedback in quick order. As you can see, we got a lot of different guns. We're getting guns in all the time. This will definitely be in my toolkit as just another tool to check, hey, how's this gun fitting me? What does this give me as an indicator? Because I can mount a gun and I think I'm pretty good at saying, hey, is my head lined up with the bead? Especially when you got a mid bead and a front bead, it's a little bit easier to make sure your eyes aligned. But having this as a feedback tool to give you the confidence to know your gun's fitting you well, I think it's pretty handy. Who I think it also would be for is like all these shooting teams, especially high school shooting teams, right? You got all these kids coming in every year, they're bringing in their hunting guns, they're bringing in their dad or mom's old guns, whatever they have. Well, not every coach is a certified gun fitter, believe it or not. This could be a handy tool for even the kids then to visually see like, hey, do you see all 4 lights? This is what we're looking for, right? I think it would be an awesome tool for that. As an owner of a gun club, this will definitely be out at the Alexandria Shooting Park. Right now, as of filming of this video, the price point is $159 at Graco's website. They say it may be cheaper in the future once dealers are carrying it. So it's not the cheapest thing, but it is a simple, unique tool that's not for everybody, but I'm digging it, to be honest with you. Now, here's what I found while playing with this. You have to be darn sure this is sitting flat and level on your rib. If it's just a little bit canted, your results are gonna be off. And I was filming this video, doing it quick, and that was one of the issues I ran into. I really had to seat it down, push it forward, make sure it was square with the rib. That's something you're gonna want to do. So back to the original question. Does the Shot Fit replace professional shotgun fitters? What do you think? Put the comments down below, and I'll let you know right now. No. I mean, how could it? This is one piece of feedback that an individual is gonna get that helps them do it themselves. A shotgun fitter has years and years of experience, has worked with a lot of different clients, can dynamically work with you as they fit you to the gun, trying different things, shooting pattern plates. You have the knowledge of that shotgun fitter. This relies on you. So what is your knowledge? What is your ability to adjust and manipulate a gun? That's huge. So if you have the time and you have the money, I recommend everyone go out and get a professional fitting. If you don't have the time, don't have the money, and you want to make sure your gun shoots well, your gun fits, you don't shoot like garbage, this might be a product worth trying. Now, I've had professional fittings done, but I still need to manipulate my guns, and I reference those fittings to kind of get in the close proximity, but then I like having this around to be able to use to double check that. Think it's a cool tool. Link is in the description. If you're interested, check it out. And remember, whether you're in the field or in life, you're only gonna hit those shots you're laser focused on when your gun fits. So live target focused. See ya.